Hey guys, welcome back. Boots Going Pairs. Not with Brian tonight, just quick hitter for you guys. But again, thanks we had a couple people comment this week. It was pretty cool. Value your opinions. I like to see the varying things because we are just guys with opinions. That's all it is. And we're just talking it out. So it'd be nice to have a cool opposing opinion from someone commenting. Very nice. Couple Cubs thoughts for tonight. If you didn't see Anthony Rizzo, and me and Ryan will talk about this next week, but just wanted to have some fresh thoughts on it as I'm kind of wading through all of it, right? But Anthony Rizzo coming back to Wrigley Field this last weekend just kind of brought back that feels of, just what he meant to the Cubs and just one of those all-time great Cubs that we're going to just cherish for a long time. There's a lot going on this season with, Ryan Sandberg dying. So, you got Rizzo coming in. He's going to be an ambassador right away. But just seeing him interact with the fans, be out in the bleachers, doing the cup snake with them, almost catching a home run ball. But I just thought it was a very cool perspective just to see him, walking in the stadium, just being at the ballpark. But if you're any sort of Cub fan the last 20 years, he's on the team that won the World Series. He will always be that first baseman. He was that big prospect who came up in 2013. So just to see him come back and be at the ballpark and be an all-time Cub, he's definitely up there with Ernie Banks, probably as one of the most beloved first basemen that we've had in the city. But Anthony Rizzo was also on the last playoff roster for the Cubs as they clinched today a playoff berth for the first time since 2020. And you kind of look at that roster from where they were, and the only person that's on that roster that's on this team right now is Ian Happ. So he's really the only one that's experienced, this kind of level of success as a Cub. And it was just cool seeing today, just the emotion, especially of Ian Happ. If you watch the post game, just how hard it is to get to the playoffs. And I think that's what you need to appreciate after a long season like this is just getting into the playoffs, making it into the tournament. Now you have a chance, right? You have a chance to do something special. You have a chance to maybe play some playoff baseball games at Wrigley Field with, not a lot of Cub teams have done. And I think we lost sight of a little bit, when the Cubs were on their run. It's like, why didn't they win more? But also playing baseball in October is a very special time of year to play. And just, watching the champagne baths and them celebrate this, season-long success was very cool today. That was my expectation for the season. That's what I wanted to see. And just seeing, probably relief on the face of some of these guys, but just joy as well, knowing what it means to the fan base, knowing what it means to these players. Saw Counsell in the dugout after the game, just hugging and celebrating with every single person on the staff. Every single person got a handshake and hug from everybody. Just going through the line. They knew where they were at. They knew if they won today, even though you're beating the Pirates and you're celebrating in a 3/4 empty PNC Park, that you're going to the playoffs, and you can just see how much that means. And I think it really is just a little bit of success for this team that's, been building towards this. It's been a fan base that's been waiting for this since 2020. So again, just wanted some raw emotion, reaction, but just acknowledgement too of how special it is to play in October, and how much fun it'll be to actually watch your team in it. And I know, again, me and Ryan will dig right back into this next week, but just wanted some raw emotion attached to it tonight. So Cub fans, enjoy the playoffs, enjoy this run they've been on. Other side note, Cubs have their longest winning streak of the season at any point is 4 games. I know we touted the Brewers won 14 in a row. But today, we've done it a couple times now. 4 games consecutive is all they've won in a row. That also means they haven't lost a ton in a row, but they haven't had a long stretch of winning, but they've also just had a long stretch of being consistently good. So they've been consistently good all season. That's what that means when you've only won 4 games in a row as your highest win streak for the season. So again, continue that. You have a chance to go for 5 tomorrow. I don't know if they'll get it because they're going to be covered in champagne and maybe celebrating, which they should. But you still have, you have business to take care of. You have home field advantage to clinch. You could chase down the Brewers. Don't think that'll happen. But a lot of things still in play, a lot still to play for. But it is nice to get the monkey off the back of playing playoff baseball, and we will continue to cover it the next couple weeks and months. So we'll see you next week on Boots Coming Pairs, and take it easy, guys.